Hello and welcome everyone. You're tuned into a live post here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. Today is Monday. Welcome everyone back here to the sanctuary after a weekend. It's a marvelous summer day, Olivia. I'm joined, of course, I should introduce Olivia as well.
Hi everyone.
And happy to have everyone along with us on this summer day. Good morning, Hillary Boxall. I see Krista Christensen saying hello. Hey, Krista. I always get my tongue tied saying your first and last name, Krista. I see Daria's watching. Faith is watching. Let's see who else is here. Who else is joining us here on this Monday morning? Faith checking in from a sunny Wellington, Florida. Well, it's feeling pretty sunny here in Minnesota. Shoe fly, go away. Feeling pretty sunny, and we kind of had a kind of overcast start to our day, and just in time for my live post, Miss Sofi, we're getting some sunshine, and I am loving it.
It's very nice, very relaxing.
Let's see who else is here. Susan Mensa. Hey, Susan. Happy Monday. What are you laughing at, Olivia?
And Krista is also laughing that you get tongue-tied at her name.
I do. I often get, word soup, as they say, and Krista Christensen, it's kind of, how many seashells did Shelley find on the seashore?
Yeah.
Krista Christensen.
Yeah. How many seashells did you find on the seashore with Krista Christensen?
Yeah.
I can't say it either.
Hey, Daria. Howdy. Glad to have you with us. And obviously, too, as we kind of settle into today's live, we didn't get to have a live post last Friday, as last Friday we were memorializing one of our late residents, Cheetah Kitu. So I wanted to kind of extend our gratitude to you all here at the sanctuary of kind of the condolences and the emotional support that you offer us during those types of days. Certainly those days are hard for you as well, as you're, are just as dedicated and involved in the sanctuary as we are working here on the ground. So certainly want to acknowledge everyone for coming out and sharing their support with, obviously not only the humans, but also with the cats involved too, and primarily Lavani, who Kitu left behind. So Friday certainly was a big day, and those live posts can be a little hard to do on those days. And so admittedly, glad that we get to come back today and thank everyone in person for the support that they offered us on those days.
Yes, thank you everyone. You said it very well, Judson.
Let's see here. Faith Warner, love to Lion King Gino and his stunning mama, Lioness Queen Sophia. And, Gino is regal. Gino is beautiful, Faith. We all know that.
But is he polite?
Well, he's polite, yeah. But
Not a very polite pose, Judson.
I guess so, Olivia. I guess so. But he looks... he doesn't look so regal right now. Of him kind of laying on his back, partway on his back, and then on his side. Gino's kind of doing the kind of 180 spin halfway up there, but you're going to see each one of his feet down here, and there's the front half of his body. Hard to tell what's what with all that hair, all that white coat. Gino, you are always... You're always handsome, you're always beautiful, but I'm just gonna give you one little dig. I think you could be a little more handsome and beautiful as we look at you now. Go back over to Mama here.
Not quite belly up, but definitely getting some sun
Exactly.
on her stomach.
Torben checking in with 200 stars. Thank you, Torben. An excellent way to kick off the live here. Marcy Sandboard, hey, that's how I sleep. I probably get in a similar position as that as well. Sometimes my hips hurt, and that's how I know I've kind of had them open throughout the night. Let's see what's happening here in the comments, Miss Sophie and Gino. Karen sending some stars as well. Thank you for that, Karen Deacons. 100 stars, always appreciated. Let's see here, Olivia. Well, Olivia, we just, we kind of have a Monday meeting with kind of the development team or the media team. Gina, Tammy, Julie, one of our dedicated volunteers, and we kind of lay out the week in front of us. One thing that I'm looking forward to knocking out this week is kind of some true summer documentation, Olivia. A lot of pools have been being filled, and the cat's kind of easing their way into pool season. But tomorrow, looks like Gino's kind of waking up here. Tomorrow we have kind of in our agenda, Olivia, even the media team, we get our hands dirty every so often. Hey, Gino, we're coming up here, by the way, mister. I can see your eyes open, so I know that you know that we're here. Yeah.
Hi, dude.
It is us, handsome. But tomorrow we're going to be recycling some of our used cat litter buckets and be making some large icicles. So very much looking forward to dropping some of those large icicles. Just helps give the cats a little something to focus on when they have kind of a freshly filled pool. So looking forward to some summer documentation this week, Olivia.
I know. It'll be fun. We have a couple other things in the works with creating enrichment for the cats, but all summer themed for sure for cats like Gino and Sofi. And pool season. Pool season,
yep, blood sickles. Of course, certainly lots of lawn mowing to be happening this week. We had kind of a rainy night, I should say, last night. Kind of a wet week last week.
It's been damp, yeah.
And, we can't complain. Minnesota's kind of been dry on average some of the last few years. So we can't complain for a wetter spring this year.
But I was hearing a caretaker comment this morning that they mowed a cat's yard late last week, Thursday or Friday, and they were already saying that they're going to have to mow it again this week.
Yep.
Everything is shooting up.
It is growing fast.
Yes.
Deborah A. Pardue saying, thank you, love you guys, and sending 50 stars with your comment. Thank you for that, Deborah.
That's very nice.
And we love you, too. We love what your support does for our rescues, and to know that everything that you see here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, from a comfortable napping lion like Gino to the big free-roaming habitats that him and his mother get to enjoy, it's all thanks to your support.
Getting back to sleep for Gino.
Yeah.
Are we that boring, Judson?
We must be. At least not to our folks. We're still getting some people filing in here. Good morning, Pandora P. Glad to have you with us. And that's a good reminder. Just seeing your name, Pandora. Maybe we can go and visit Tigress Pandora after Mr. Gino here. I think that'd be a fun stop.
I see lots of cats out, so I think we'll have a good stroll today. Nice overcast weather is good cat weather.
Daria just kind of replying to what we were talking about earlier, of just wanting to extend our thanks here at the sanctuary to everyone who turned out to honor and memorialize Kitu. And Daria, with you being a sponsor of Kitu, I was obviously certainly want to acknowledge how difficult of a day that must have been for you as well, and then acknowledge the wonderful thing that you've done is sponsor Aaron in lieu of Kitu's passing. So Daria, thank you for taking another cheetah under your wing, and Aaron has certainly been important to Kitu during his kind of healing process. And maybe it's not the sparks flying between the two, but just having another cheetah there next to Levani through that shared wall. Caretakers have been reporting that just that has been going a long ways for Levani, and it goes a long ways for you to be kind of transitioning that support from Kitu over to Aaron too, Dario. So thank you for that.
It's very generous.
Let's see here. And thank you for this comment as well, Faith, about just keeping the Wildcat Sanctuary family in your thoughts, and Mr. Levani as well, and sending all that healing energy and hugs to us.
It's very kind.
Always appreciate that. Lisa Parker, lions seem to sleep more than tigers. Olivia, our in-house animal biologist, what could you tell me about that? Do lions, pound for pound, do they sleep more than tigers per day? That's a good question.
Felines in general are going to sleep most of the day, but I do know that lions, you're going to be sleeping 20 to 22 hours a day. I don't think that's probably the case so much with our cats here. They're sleeping a lot of the day. Lions in the wild are covering a lot more ground. They're eating less consistently than our cats here. So you think about it, they're spending way more energy when they are awake. So I think our cats are probably in that 18 to 20 hour range, but definitely majority of the day. Cats are sleeping. I can't say for sure lions versus tigers, but these two, they like a lazy day.
Yeah. It would be curious to see maybe what some studies show if lions are larger sleepers than tigers or what have you.
It is a good question. Now I'm curious.
But I would say that at our sanctuary, Lisa, it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
They're both equally lazy in their own right. And we say lazy, not because they're lazy out of choice. It's part of, you heard Olivia, they're napping and resting up to 20 plus hours a day. So it's very much in their nature to be quote unquote lazy.
Absolutely. I think also with our lions, most of our lion population, with the exception of the Ukraine Pride behind us, is older. They're not as young. And a lot of our tigers are kind of young. So maybe that's a difference you've noticed too, is we have active young tigers versus older Sofi here, who does sleep more of the day just because of her age.
Mm-hmm. Sleeping, but also very aware. I don't know if anyone can catch the tail flick every once in a while. And we know Sofi to be one of our rescued residents who isn't the most fond of human beings. So Sofi's certainly resting and still remaining calm, but aware of us with that tail flickering in the background. And Olivia, just as you mentioned the Ukraine Pride, I want to make a quick pit stop on them. I know we are going to go over to see Pandora, but typically the Ukraine Pride, they hear us humans and they come kind of running over. But I like what I'm seeing here, and what I'm seeing here is them doing their own thing. They're hanging out way back on their cabana. There was another group over in the corner here, and looks like Stefania or Lacia kind of setting apart from the group with the other remaining members of the Pride.
I'm wondering if Prada is going to prove you otherwise.
Is she possible? Oh, no,
Maybe
no.
Not. I think that's a great sign of maturity from these four, to make a choice just to stay in the shade.
Yeah.
To come over and say hi.
I really do like seeing that, of, the fact that we know the Pride to be social, and understandably so. They, we know the situation that they came from, where they weren't able to be raised by a mother, and much of their rearing had to be done like humans, given the circumstances. But for them to be imprinted and social with humans is certainly something we're not surprised with this group of cats. But I love seeing them kind of turning the other lion cheek and hanging out afar.
And Lacia, like you said, off on her own. That is how we normally see her.
Always marching to the beat of her own lion drum, and I love that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If some of you are just joining us, you are tuned into a live post here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. Been starting out in a little lion field here, lazy lions across the way. Gino and Sofi taking in really the sun that is just kind of shined here at Sanctuary. It's been overcast all morning, and just in time for our live, we're getting some sunny and sleepy cats.
Gino is back on his back.
He is. He says, well, Gino, just like me, you're in search of the perfect tan this summer, and he is back to business, Olivia.
Yes.
So let's go and check in and see if we can see what Tigress Pandora is up to. I saw her up on her platform. I also see Simon and Jeremy kind of moving around their habitat along their shared wall. So sometimes that can mean Pandora is doing a little walking herself. So that's where the boys want to kind of get next to her and do a little tiger socializing. Fun to see. Oh, sorry.
Green is darkening, and I just love to see it. It's getting further into
meaning to the word lush here as of late. But fun to see caretaker Katrina. She was just kind of turning around the bend. She has some toys in the back of her UTV. One of her to-dos this morning has been swapping toys. Many times you see toys in our cats' habitats, you'd think that that's the same toy. Well, we're often doing toy swaps. For a cat like Pandora, she gets to play with a toy. She gets to have her way with it. She gets to get her tiger smells on it. And one thing that's fun is not only taking a toy that in and of itself is enrichment. Hi, Miss Talkie, pretty lady. But with it being able to have some kind of customized enrichment added to it by their neighbor. So I think Katrina, if I'm not mistaken, was just grabbing some toys from Noah and Elizabeth, and she's kind of just driving around her zone and swapping them out. So pretty cool to think. Not only they're getting new toys, but they're getting new toys with new scents on them and tiger scents from their big cat neighbors.
Miss Pandora was ready for us, Judson. Look at how
She
pretty
was.
she is.
I was, I kind of saw the boys along the shared wall, and I was expecting her to be a thing. Let's see what's happening. It's starting to liven up here in the comments. I like seeing it. Andrea Johnson saying, Katrina was telling me about some of her grand bloodsicle plans last week. She was very enthusiastic about it. Olivia, we were even hearing some kind of bloodsicle schemes from Katrina this morning, no?
Well, I don't want to make it a competition among the caretakers, but I've been hearing, rumors that everybody is going for the biggest bloodsicle, the coolest bloodsicle, different colored bloodsickles, and Katrina is definitely one of the contenders for top spot. So Katrina's been getting very creative with it. I know that she did a multi-layered bloodsicle a couple weeks ago that was super cool. And yeah, she's definitely planning lots of exciting things that I'm sure we'll all see on social media very soon.
Well, and the best part, Olivia, a little friendly competition with the caretakers. Look who's benefiting from it
Exactly.
is the cats.
Yeah.
Always fun to have maybe a little kind of jovial rivalry like that. So that's cool to hear. And Andrea, we're kind of waiting to see what Katrina has in store. I think she's going even bigger than better than what she did last time.
I think so, and it really is the cats that benefit. I'm laughing thinking about caretakers Jackie and Kelly made the largest bloodsicle that we've had for Tigress Indy a couple weeks ago, and they put some chicken in it and they dumped it out and they go, oh, we didn't realize how much chicken we they're getting a little overzealous, and the cats are getting extra treats even. Pandora, I'm sure you're coming up very soon on the
Miss Pandora. Let's see, pretty lady. I'm gonna walk this direction. Hopefully we can get a little better service. I know this being a little persnickety with us, Olivia. Simon and Jeremy wondering if that humming of the caretaker UTV is going to be affecting them, but I don't believe so. You two wildcats. Let's see. I kind of wanted to head over, Olivia, to Terek and Polina. They're both up on their platform, and kind of been missing out on Terek on some of the live posts that we've seen. Those two in their new space. And
they're together, which I like to see.
Look at this. It looks like maybe the connection was spotty. And this is, maybe a little nugget of information that would be good to kind of relay with the collective of everyone. For example, when we are watching live posts in the office. So if I listen to Tammy's Wildcat Wrap-Up live just alongside of you all. And so one thing that we do is we cannot play the Wildcat Wrap-Up in full on our laptop or desktop. We can only play the Wildcat Wrap-Ups in full on the phones or the tablets that we have. So maybe, just maybe, I think Facebook is really optimizing the live post for this with these mobile devices. It's no fun, but that could be a little band-aid for some, is making sure that you're viewing on a tablet or on your phone as opposed to a desktop, because just from my experience, that's where I have the largest issue, is when I'm trying to watch it on my desktop or my laptop when the post is live. So I'm glad. There's Leo. And Olivia, we got a lot of commenting catch up on. Okay. I think Marcy's checking back in regarding her vanity plate that she was have made. I gotta check in on some of these comments, and I gotta ask a big favor, Olivia.
Yes.
I'm wearing my jacket right now. I need you to take.
Are you? I know. Judson's wearing a jacket, like a pretty warm jacket. Yes, we can trade.
Hot dog.
Well, I don't want to touch any comments because I don't know where you left off.
You can just keep on kind of swiping up and see. See what we see here.
Let's see. Lots of comments about Pandora.
Pandora.
Yeah, and spotty connection, which we just went over. Thanks for everyone's patience.
Yeah, it's no fun.
Well, let's get to Marcy, because I'm here on this comment. Judson, as much as I like the plural, most people thought Tiger Chuff, with the U, was the best for the license plate given the limit of 7 characters. I do like Tiger Chuffs, but most people don't think others will know what CHFS is.
All right. Marcy, I appreciate the kind of how we've come full circle and you're just letting me know. So I appreciate that, Marcy.
Ooh, that's a good comment. Andrea saying that a lot of hiccups get smoothed over when you rewatch.
Yep, that's true. That's very true. And obviously, in my opinion, the live is the most fun when we're all here in real time. But definitely, the rewatch makes a big difference. Yeah, and that's right, Kathy. I even noticed too that the functionality on for when just kind of interfacing with Facebook can be a lot easier on a tablet and a phone. It's certainly something that company is kind of optimizing and trending, the usage of their platforms on.
Leo and Mansa are chatty.
They are. Very
I
think
chatty.
they know that we're so close yet so far away. I think they heard that there's perhaps some speculation that lions are lazier than tigers.
Yeah, and they said, "Hey now."
We have now come over and we're showing you 2 sleeping tigers. We're even here, at least at the Wildcat Sanctuary, for who might be the laziest big cat, but. Leo Mansa, they don't want to be grouped into that category, it seems, Olivia.
No. And Kelly asking who is roaring, that would be Leo and Mansa.
Yep.
Jenny, you missed your girl Pandora. Don't worry. We were with her for a minute, so definitely go back and check in. She looked very beautiful.
Yeah, she was having a nice, calm morning. Oh, and there's Mr. Terek. Let's scoot over a little bit. Let's see that handsome guy.
There we go. Krista saying that you make her laugh, Judson. He makes me laugh too, Krista.
I make myself laugh. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
Saying that you made the live. Hello, Heidi.
Hey, Heidi.
Happy to have you.
Happy to have you. Glad to have you on this Monday.
Nancy eating lunch and enjoying your lion's serenade. That's not a bad way to spend lunch. Kathy Barton, good thing too, because my laptop is almost as old as me, almost. Interesting, lots of people sharing this sentiment of Facebook working on phones versus laptops.
Yeah, it's good to just get our kind of, the grassroots feel for it all. That's kind of the best we can do. I often submit these reports until the cows come home, but a lot of times we kind of just have to work around what's changed.
Denise, hopping in a little late, but you're here nonetheless.
Hey, Denise.
Thank you for the 300 stars, Raja.
Let's see, is there a little... sometimes you can see a message. We see you saying, hi, Raja. Thank you for those 300 stars, though.
Tracy Fletcher, the Ukrainian pride takes the exception to being called lazy. That is very true. They are not lazy. Maybe a little lazy this morning. That's what we are commenting on. But still proud of rolling around with her siblings. Raja mentioning that you're happy you caught the live too.
And you're on a phone.
Yes.
Good to hear.
Terek, so handsome. I agree, Denise. We are getting lots of comments, Judson.
Good. Pat Forbes, lions are my favorite animal. Watching from Australia at 2:20 a.m., Pat. Holy, Pat. That's a late night, Pat.
That is a late night.
And we are just so happy for you to be choosing to join in. You're,
I know.
I always kind of make the other side of the pond joke when people are tuning in from the UK, but that's, you're on the other side of, well, there's no pond, just the ocean.
Yeah. Yeah, no pond there.
We're separated from the whole molten core of the earth.
Yes.
But Pat, awesome to have you tuning in from down under. There we go. There's my Australia euphemism.
Thanks for spending. Faith, bother me. Any live content is a blessing in my world. Well, that's very nice of you to say.
Yeah, Faith.
It is pretty special to get to.
Oh, Terek, you're coming to say hi?
I hope so.
I love just seeing. I still have yet to catch Terek in the pool. We're going to be putting out some icicles, hoping to get some pool content. But I love seeing the signs that Terek has been in the pool. He's kind of got some crinkled coats under there.
Yeah, I'm hoping maybe this is the moment.
Maybe
it is getting warm.
He's up on that platform. The sun has been shining. It's
all
hot.
Right, Terek.
You have a big in-ground tiger pool, Terek. He says, well, I also have a big tiger
cave. Okay, Terek.
That I can seek shade in.
Maybe another day.
But I think, that's just as good as an example. I've been in that habitat in the summer and have been out placing some enrichment or doing some cleaning. And I just passed through that cave. Believe it or not, it stays pretty darn cool.
It's quite
in there.
cool,
That large stone cave kind of retaining some of the cool. It really is special. So maybe you didn't go take a dip. Just another way that our big cat residents can keep safe and cool during the summer months.
Yes. And huff. A huff from Faith instead of a chuff.
Well, maybe we can go over with Leo and Mansa, Olivia. Yeah, look at the big stinky face from Polina right now, if you can zoom in on her.
What do you smell, Polina?
She says, I'm smelling some summer air.
Indeed.
Yeah, we see that lip.
I know. Polina.
She says, maybe it is
Pretty
hot.
princess. It is hot. It is hot.
Polina's a big scratcher. Okay, yeah, we might see some scratching here.
There we go. A good view of those claws.
Yeah, you got the sharp claws.
Big tiger claws and paws.
And Polina, you have another step there, pretty girl. She says, don't worry, I'm nimble.
All right, Polina. Well, you go catch some shade. I think we should wrap up on some lines, Judson.
Let's see. She's going to go join Terek in the cave here.
Maybe.
Yeah, where'd your handsome tiger friend go? She says, is he in here? The tunnel of love. Terek and Polina heading in.
There we go.
Fun. Cool.
That's sweet.
That is. I like seeing. I like having the.
Right. I'm hoping. There we go. Internet connection.
Yeah, we'll just run over to Leo and Mansa.
Yes. Doing their chores this morning. That would be a lot of water and food, with caretaker Jackie there. Where do these lions run off to?
They are hanging up on the top platform,
overlooking the sanctuary. Let's see these comments.
Good morning, Mansa.
Here you go. Hi, Mansa. We heard you, but now we get to see you. And Leo back there, too, catching just the back of his head.
They need kind of, this is their lookout here, and Mansa taking one side of the patrol, and of course Leo taking the other. But also, Leo, you don't have a leg to stand on here, mister. We're just talking about lions versus tigers. Which one is the sleepier cat, as Leo slaps his
head down.
Fluffy head down for a pretty hardcore cat nap there.
Lots of people saying they're excited for pool time.
I know. It's the pools, it would have been kind of just last week that they were starting to get filled up, and now it is really time to kind of catch some documentation of the pools.
And a question about how the building of Catio Town is going. It's going well. We have lots of construction here at Sanctuary, but all of it is making significant progress, which is very exciting.
It has, and also thinking about, obviously the construction is certainly coming along, but also kind of the amount of support that we're receiving for Catio Town is coming along, and particularly Olivia. Last Friday, we had our arms full with multiple loads of items that had been purchased off of the Catio Town wish list. That was last Friday. Today's Monday, and we had more armfuls of items that have been purchased off that Catio Town wish list. So certainly a lot of progress happening, not only in the construction department, but also kind of in filling out the Catio Town rooms.
I know, and that's the fun part.
It is. It kind of is, yeah. Certainly construction's fun, but kind of seeing, where it's all kind of, a glimmer in our eye still, but seeing those little pieces, it just makes it feel that much more real.
I know. I think it's going to feel like Christmas when we finally unbox all of that stuff and get to put it in.
Exactly. Ooh, big yawn from Miss Mansa. Let's see what else is happening in the comments.
And I'm seeing some people, I believe, referencing something Tammy mentioned in her Wildcat wrap-up about Dash and Thor maybe breaking some pools, those rowdy boys. And those are just seasonal repairs. That's stuff that we are used to and something our team is very used to. So everything is good to go. Pool season is still underway for those boys.
It certainly is. And with what happened is Thor in his habitat, he has the above ground pool where it's kind of that large silver stock tank. We didn't have a lot of snow this winter. Thor Jr., the very active, playful tiger he is, was knocking that big red ball around. And funny enough, I even think I might have shown it on a live post. It looked like the biggest hail damage you'd ever seen on this aluminum stock tank. So Thor had knocked his ball against it. If I'm not mistaken, he even knocked off the nozzle that you can drain it with. So that's, no skin off our back. We're going to make sure that we're going to get to hit that pool up to snuff, and happy that Thor got to have fun year round with the pool, even when he wasn't using it in the most appropriate way.
Exactly. Pandora mentioning Shanti Diva. Can you believe it was only a short time ago that you had the one lion, Shanti Diva? Was it only Shanti Diva for a while, Judson?
That's
Do you
right.
know? Wow.
That's exactly right.
That is hard to believe.
Because Shanti and her pride came, and Aslan and Asha passed, and Shanti was the surviving member of that pride. And there was a little interim where the lion songs were a lion solo.
Wow, that's hard to believe.
This is cool, Olivia. You can kind of tell Mansa's kind of lasered in here.
Yes.
And all that happened was Sofi, who we saw at the beginning of the live post, she was on top of her cave. All she did was stand up, walk down, and kind of peruse around her habitat, and I think is sitting down next to Gino.
Okay.
But interesting to see Mansa kind of, getting, a little uppity almost, seeing Sofi move around like that.
Well, it's funny because you were turned around when you said stand up and walk down, Judson, and as you were saying that, Mansa stood up and walked down. Raja asking if there will be wheels in every room for Catio Town. Only one of our Bengals likes the wheel, and that would be Benji.
And there was a wheel on the wish list, and it was purchased.
So we'll see. Not every room, but we'll definitely try it out. We have in the past.
Let's see if we can find Mansa.
Okay.
But the wheels, the wheels are fun. We certainly like to offer it. We have Benji, who's a real wheel connoisseur. He's a real wheel connoisseur. I like that, Olivia. He's, very athletic and likes expending his energy that way. We've kind of brought it around to a handful of the bungalows, but like Olivia said, Benji is kind of our athletic star. But glad to see that we have another one on the wish list, and I could really envision a cat like Coco, a cat like Cine, the Savannahs. I could really envision them on the wheel.
Me too.
That's a nice shady spot, Miss Mansa. I think this is a really, too, of how I was describing that it was kind of cloudy all morning, and then the sun just started shining. I think we've been able to see kind of the natural transition of the cats getting their, they're meeting their tolerance of the heat and sun, and then being able to find a sunny spot. Saw it with Terek and Polina, Mansa, who was up on her platform. Then she went to go down and enjoy some shade. I like seeing that, kiddos.
I like seeing the comments rolling in saying that it was just Shanti when some supporters started following the sanctuary. So how cool for all of you to really see this progression and be up to, I believe, 11 lions now.
Exactly. And it's, you know, how we kind of often talk about this and how kind of one thing informs the other and helps us learn and grow as an organization so we can go forward and do it again on a bigger scale. So we've been able to continue to rescue lions. We're hanging out with Leo and Mansa now. They were our first large-scale international rescue. I would hazard to say that if we wouldn't have that type of experience under our belt, that we wouldn't have been selected for the large-scale rescue of the Ukraine Pride.
Yeah.
And so there's just things like that of where, you know, we look at, you know, how we're celebrating 25 years of rescuing cats here at the sanctuary. And each one of those years is an opportunity to grow and learn and do better for the cats yet to come. And also make a point of just doing right for the cats that we have here.
Yeah, it definitely adds to our skill level and makes us a better home for cats to come, which is really exciting and cool. I love that all of you get to track that too with the different points that you come in and follow the sanctuary. Even if you're new today, this is a good place to start too, because it's always changing and moving. And
like, I remember when the small cat crisis was still unfolding and people were still purchasing Bengals as pets and then surrendering them. We're going to be looking back on that, and I cannot wait.
Yes, and everybody getting to be a part of that change, because you're all such generous supporters and passionate supporters. Even sharing these posts, sharing our regular posts on Facebook, it all makes a difference.
It does. It does, Miss Mansa.
Good shady spot indeed, Mansa. Getting into some comments. Tracy mentioning that you watched the Argentinian lions arrive.
Ooh, so cool, Tracy. And probably heard Sultania singing in her crate, announcing her arrival.
Lissa saying that you remember that Leo acted so funny after arriving inside his indoor bedroom.
Leo.
Very playful.
It's seared into our collective memories, isn't it? He was wearing his pretty much the whole hanging bed, or I should say the fire hose bed. He was wearing it as a hat, Leo. You were knocking over your furniture, rubbing around on some of the fresh pine branches we had put in there, truly celebrating his arrival here.
Lori Gunner Law mentioning that Shanti's solo roar was powerful, going back to Shanti. It's mind-blowing to now hear the whole pride. A good memory as well. Lots of good memories. Maria, it's lovely to be a longtime supporter and seeing all the changes and things being so great for the cats. Well, thank you.
Look at that, Maria.
So special to have you along here for the ride. Mansa has plopped down. I no longer see a lion head above the grass. And Leo is the same.
And you should feel validated and you should feel special, Maria. So I'm glad to see you kind of vocalizing that type of stuff.
Absolutely. Well, Judson, our lions have fallen asleep.
They have. I am kind of spinning around. I don't see any cougars across the way. I'm loving seeing everybody kind of mentioning what brought them into the Wildcat Sanctuary. Always one of my favorite topics of conversation. I think I saw Mohan as well for someone, and I'd love to kind of keep seeing those types of comments, especially if maybe you're watching this live post at a later time.
Absolutely. We'll still get back to you and respond. This is a good conversation.
Yeah. But ultimately, Olivia, I think we have done a solid sanctuary stroll here.
I think so. I agree. We started with lions. We capped off with lions. Some tigers in the middle there. I think it's a good one.
And I think based off the evidence on this live post, would be no way to tell if the lion is sleepier or lazier.
We're gonna Google it though. We're gonna Google it. We'll let you know.
Love to get to the bottom of this. So
for sure.
Hey everyone, have a wonderful rest of your day today, this Monday, and we're looking forward to seeing you back here at the Wildcat Sanctuary soon.
All right, everyone. Thank you.